Clarify your stance. What is your stance?
So
what's your stance towards deportation?
Why are you going against ICE?
So I feel that well, number one, before ICE was calling itself ICE mainstream, they were just those federal agents wearing or the police officers wearing the all black gear, like the officer that grabbed me in Michigan during the protest that ate my knuckle sandwiches that I served that day. You know what I'm saying? So you know when you Google me and you scroll down and you see them events and it said before long Paul found himself in a fight with a police officer. You know, so these things, I don't even regard them as people because they rape people, they kidnap people, they separate families. These things ain't interested in your ethnic background. They're like the SS squad. They're like they're like the Klan. You know what I'm saying? They're just motherfucking sadistic ass, evil ass people that'll do anything to anybody they're given the jurisdiction to do it to. That's why they just killed that father. Them two children in LA, them two black children, don't got a dad no more. Because they killed an unarmed black man. Right? The little 4 children that just got taken from their house that are sitting over in Texas right now, and they from California. Why? Their parents were foundational black Americans. The woman they got detained right now, she's a foundational black American. So when the foundational black Americans ask me why I got a beef with ICE, well, why don't you? Because they got a foundational black American detained right now, and they just killed a foundational black American, took him from his children.
Well, what if
and they're gonna continue to do that shit. And that was before I stepped to them, they was killing black people. Before I stepped to them, they was snatching black people up. It's black people that are foundational black Americans that are in another country right now because they got deported. And their family isn't even from no other country. Their family was slaves. So why did they have to go somewhere else? Their family was here. Their family got brought here on ships or was born here, indigenous to here, and they got enslaved. Their great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers had brands on their back and whips on their back from being sold and whipped. Why did they get deported?
So, but that's not really a big thing that's going on. Like a lot, you're not really seeing any black Americans being deported. Now, there's probably one that was an exception because, you know, he had problems with his paperwork because he was born outside of the country because his father was in the military. But that's a whole nother thing. What if they say to you, black Americans been dealing with police brutality since we've been in this country. We never not dealt with police brutality. Now, what if they say this is nothing new to us, but what we're saying is we cannot be deported. Black Americans cannot be deported because we've been here since the foundation of this country.
Can you be shot?
We are Americans.
Can you be shot in the street?
Yes, we can.
Taken from your children?
And we've been have.
Right. And ever since I got baptized with the revolutionary ideology, I've been stepping to the motherfuckers that's doing it. Right. Because ICE, if you and I go outside right now and ICE walk up to you and say, I need to see your birth certificate, I need to see your social security card, I need to know you from here. And you like, get off me. Don't touch me. They'll put a hole in your chest. And I'll be the motherfucker that'll put a hole in anybody's head who tries. You know why? Because you black and I'm black and I ain't going for that. And I don't care what color you are. I don't like police. I don't like the establishment. I don't like white supremacy. ICE and the police are in the same boat for me.
Right.
So both of them is police to me. ICE is just police without the rest of the word police. It's just the ICE at the end. You get what I'm saying? Right. That's a pig is a pig is a pig. A slave catcher is a slave catcher is a slave catcher is a slave catcher. I don't fuck with none of them. And I'm not letting none of them do anything to anybody because history shows that what they do to one group of people, they will do to everybody there. When Hitler got done chasing around the Jews out in Germany, what did he do? He locked down the whole thing. Even Germans were on house arrest. Even Germans, white Germans, were getting shot, left in the middle of the street with a bullet in their head for their kids to look out the window and see. Even Germans didn't have food. Even Germans couldn't go to work. Right. Back then, I bet you the Jews is like, the Germans are like, why are you out there fighting with the SS squad? They're coming after the Jews. That ain't got nothing to do with us. And then they found out, you about to be a prisoner in your house too. And if you say something back to one of them SS soldiers, they're going to rape your daughter and make you watch. And then they're going to shoot everybody in the house. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing here.
Hold on. Can I ask a question?
Real
go ahead.
ICE is the same thing to me. When I see ICE, I just see another internment camp waiting to happen. When I see ICE, I see in 2004 when Bush made the United States buy all of them rubber coffins.
Hey.
When they bought all of them Kmart's and Value Cities and put them fences around them and made them look like jails and nobody's been able to go to them since. Who are those for? You think them is for the immigrants? You know what I think they're for? I think they're for any human being in the United States of America that don't want to go into a smart city. I think they're for any human being in the United States of America that doesn't want to convert to a digital currency, like Paris. I think it's there for any human being that says no. I'm not leaving my house. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not giving you nothing. I'm not giving over my guns. I think it's for anybody. And I stand for liberty and I stand for freedom. And I know if they take liberty and freedom, the Black America is the bottom of the totem pole with moral respect.
People that say this, the Black Panther Party main focus should be on problems within the Black American community. Number one. Number two, why should Black Americans support multiple groups of people that never supported us in this country? Never. When our leaders was killed and shot down in the middle of the street, Martin Luther King was shot down in the middle of the street. Where was the Hispanic community? Where were they? They didn't support us. Where were the Asian community? They never supported us. Where were the Indian community? Where were the African community? Where have they ever supported us in large numbers where you can say their community, not just one or two people? When have they been stepped out there as a large group and you can feel their presence when they ever supported Black Americans on any main issue, recent issues during the Black Lives Matter movement? Where was the Hispanic community? How many flags, Mexican flags have we seen, Puerto Rican flags out there? When have they ever supported us? So why should we put our life on the line for them when they're being attacked in the streets and dragged out of their house and dragged out of their jobs by ICE? Why should we be frontline and center when they gonna be frontline and center for us?
So first, can I shake your hand?
Yes.
Thank you for asking me that question, because that question right there is gonna allow me to pull this whole shit out the bag, right? It's like you opened the door and let me out. So dig on this, right? First of all, Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, right? They are the descendants of America's slaves too.
Right.
Their ancestors look like you, but the Spaniards and the Portuguese raped them over generations to get the melanin to make them look like them. That brother right there behind you, he's Puerto Rican. He's according to science, he's a foundational Black American. He's a descendant of America's slaves. Right. And that brother right there behind you, right? When you see videos of me stepping to them pigs and fighting them, he be right there fighting them too. That's one. Okay. I got about 300 of them. Two. When I was fighting in 2020 against the police and we occupied the Capitol and everything over George Floyd and over Mayor Andy Shore taking $11 million out of the multicultural budget and closing down Black Family and Child Institute and the El Shabazz Academy, guess who was standing next to me? White people, Arab people, Egyptian people, Mexican people, Puerto Rican people, Dominican people. Matter of fact, one of the brothers that jumped in front of the tear gas can and got hit over me, he was Dominican. Barely spoke a lick of English, but when that dude shot that tear gas can at me, that staff sergeant, whatever his name was, that tear gas can came right from my face. He jumped right in and took it on my behalf. When Huey Newton was locked up, that was white, Mexican, Vietnamese. Remember, Huey Newton pushed the agenda to stop the Vietnam War on behalf of the Vietnamese. Right. You remember there was thousands of Vietnamese people who came here to fight for him to get out. And when the police came outside with the guns, they were willing to get shot to stand up for him, for one of our leaders, for probably one of our most dynamic and iconic leaders. The reason a lot of us even grab a gun and we're all Black outside regardless of the stigma, right? So a lot of people like to say, Bobby Seale said we're only about Black people. Well, when Bobby Seale was locked up, guess who was out? Guess who got him freed out? It was a bunch of white people. It's a bunch of Asian people, a bunch of Mexican people, a bunch of Dominican people. It was when Fred Hampton mobilized the Rainbow Coalition to fight, when they were doing their little missions and stuff, it wasn't just Black people. The Rainbow Coalition had the Young Patriots and the Young Lords, Hispanic and white, and they had to fight and fall in line with the 10-point program and the militant background, the same as everybody else. Right now, the Young Lords, when we mobilize, they mobilize. When they mobilize, we mobilize. And it's a mutual understanding that if you don't get down, then we're going to get down on you.